Spoilers for the upcoming episodes of Boruto have finally been released. Now we can know what we are actually looking forward to in the next couple of episodes of Boruto. Now before I do get into the actual spoilers of Boruto, I do want to give a huge disclaimer. These upcoming episodes are going to be heavy slice of life anime. Now of course I know a lot of you guys might love to say this narrative, but these are not filler episodes. These episodes are actually canon. They come from the Naruto novel, so it is confirmed to be canon. These slice of life episodes are going to be episodes that I'm pretty sure a lot of the fanbase are going to really love. They're going to feature characters like Himawari, Sasuke, Choji and Chocho, and really focus on the bonding of father and children in the anime of Boruto. Now another disclaimer, these spoilers come from Organic Dinosaur. If you guys don't know who she is, she's basically like the lifeline of the English Boruto community. She translates a lot of stuff. Special thank you to her. Of course her Twitter is going to be linked in the description below if you guys do want to get an early jump on these spoilers before I do make a video on them. But into the actual spoilers, it starts off by explaining the holiday. Now every family has its own difficulties. Even though Family Day was created in order for busy parents to spend time with their children, it seems like each family holiday also has some difficulties too. Now going into the first episode of these spoilers, which is going to be the next episode of Boruto, episode 93, it comes out on the 10th. It says, Naruto is easily swayed by his beloved daughter Himawari. For the first time in a long time, Naruto is able to spend some time with his family. In particular, Himawari has been looking forward to playing with her father, and now he'll be trying to put a huge effort to make her happy. There's a small memo that said Boruto will endure it for the sake of his little sister. Pay attention to his older brother's gallant presence when he gets out of the way. Even though he's been wanting to play with their father, he resists those feelings for the sake of his young sister. So this episode is going to be obviously heavy on the Uzumaki family. And of course it's going to be very good for the fans out there that do like to see Himawari, because we know even though Himawari hasn't been in a lot of episodes, Himawari does have a huge fan base, and of course people do want to see her get a lot of screen time, and that's exactly what they're going to be getting in the next episode. And not only that, it's going to be some much needed character development on Himawari's part. Mainly, as I said, she's not been in a lot of episodes lately, and of course we can't expect Himawari to possibly be a very strong shinobi in the future. She does come from the Uzumaki and Hyuga clan just like Boruto, so we should expect for Himawari to be very powerful. Now hopefully we do get to see some very emotional scenes in this episode. We do know that the spoiler said that Boruto has been wanting to play with them, but he doesn't want to commit fully for the sake of Himawari. Now going into the next episode after that, which is going to be episode 94. Now this episode is going to focus on the Akamichi family. Now what it says is that an incident because of a huge eating competition. ChoCho and Choji participate as a family to compete in a huge eating competition. Even though the two of them are putting forth an unusual fighting spirit, the organizers of the competition have laid out an inconceivable scheme against the competitors. The small memos say, what's the appeal of Choji? Before huge eating competitions, his wife Kaori has run out of patience for Choji. What does she think about her husband who is aiming to be redeemed? Alright, now this episode of course is going to focus on the Akamichi family. One thing that we do know that comes from Choji and Chocho is that the comedy in this episode is going to be high tier. Of course, whenever we see Chocho in an episode where she's heavily involved, it always gives us a chuckle, but of course I know there's a lot of fans out there that think she's just completely annoying. If you guys think that, you guys shouldn't be watching this episode, because this episode is going to be heavily on Chocho. Now the episode after that is going to be keying in on the Uchiha family. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be the most interesting episode out of the full three, mainly because Sasuke is finally coming back to the Hidden Leaf Village. Of course we do know that Sasuke has been on a mission to pretty much find Urashiki Otsutsuki and figure out exactly what he's trying to be planning for the next couple of episodes of Boruto. Hopefully that arc is coming very soon, but he's finally coming home and we can finally get to see him interact with Sakura for some time. Now going into the actual spoilers to see what they say, it says Sasuke doesn't understand his daughter's feelings. Sasuke knows about Family Day and decides to spend it together with Sakura. Sasuke tries to make his daughter happy, but things aren't going smoothly. The small memo says, giving advice to Sasuke as a mentor. Since Sasuke is puzzled, his Shisho Kakashi gives him some advice. What are the astonishing details of it? So for this episode, one of the episodes that I'm really anticipating is we're going to finally get to see some interaction between Sasuke and Sakura. And of course, we haven't really gotten to seeing them hang out a lot. We did get to see Sasuke and Sakura interact, but in terms of a full one-on-one interaction, interaction between Sasuke and Sarada. I'm pretty sure you guys know it hasn't been as smooth and as long term as a lot of us want it to seem. So this is going to be a very important episode for the fans out there that really like Sarada and really like Sasuke, and of course the SASUKE fan base out there. You guys are going to basically love this episode. And not only that, we get to see Kakashi as well, which I didn't know before I actually read this as well. But this is shaping up to be a very good episode. It's an episode that I am most anticipating. But in good news, we actually did get some additional spoilers about that episode pertaining to the Uchiha family. Now, the title of that episode is going to be specifically Daughter and Icha Epic Battle. Now, going into the actual spoilers of this episode, it says, the village is busting with people because of family day events. Sasuke encounters Boruto, who's been strolling along. When he hears about the new family day holiday from Boruto, he reminisces about his childhood. Sasuke then sets off to spend his time together with Sarada. Even though Sasuke is trying to make his daughter happy, Sarada just feels embarrassed about him. Meanwhile, someone appears in front of Sasuke to suggest some help. It's his former Shisho Kakashi. Now, this little excerpt is pretty much similar to the last one that I did read, but in addition to that, we did find out that Sasuke is going to have an interaction with Boruto in this episode. One thing I'm really hoping is for Boruto to sit down and ask Sasuke like, yo, I completed the Rasengan, when are you going to train me? Like, that'll be a very cool interaction between Boruto and Sasuke. Now, pick what I'm throwing down. This might mean that Sasuke finally finished his mission into researching Urashiki Otsutsuki, just because of the way that these spoilers were actually worded. Now, listen to me. It said that Sasuke was in the village and Boruto told Sasuke about the family day holiday. This right here means that Sasuke was already in the Hidden Leaf Village, which means that he was already there for a reason. It could possibly mean that he was reporting back to Naruto about what he found out about Urashiki Otsutsuki. So this could possibly be another step forward to furthering the plot in terms of the Urashiki arc that we should be seeing very, very soon. Now, if this is not the case, we can't expect Sasuke to be going back. But if this is the case, as I said, it should be no reason why Sasuke can't be training Boruto. And I'm pretty sure a lot of fans out there want to see Boruto learn some of Sasuke's moves. A lot of things that Sasuke learns can be directly translated to what Boruto knows and how Boruto fights. I'm pretty sure you guys know Boruto does utilize lightning style. He also utilizes a blade in the future. So hopefully we can get to see some of those stuff be translated. And of course, it would be amazing to see Sasuke try to put more lightning style into Boruto's Rasengan and we can possibly get a Chidori Rasengan hybrid. I want to know what you guys think about that. Now, we did get to see some episode titles for the upcoming episodes of Boruto after episode 95. Now, episode 96 is going to be Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and episode 97 title is going to be Shikadai's Decision. Now, a couple of things I do want to note about this. First things first, episode 96, I have been hearing, now this isn't necessarily confirmed, man, because the source isn't really confirmable yet, but the source said that episode 96 is going to be about Namida and perfecting her jutsu and pretty much training her jutsu. And I'm pretty sure you guys know about Namida. Her jutsu is crying, and of course, everybody thinks that she's just completely annoying. I feel like she has the potential to be a very good character, especially in terms of sound genjutsu. Sound genjutsu is very popular in the Drive versus Pain fight. And of course, by no way am I comparing Namida to Ma and Pa, but I feel like there could be a certain aspect of her jutsu, quote unquote, that can possibly be relayed to genjutsu. Maybe she can train it and maybe she can pretty much master sound genjutsu, which would make her a formidable opponent. I just hope they do something like that, and I hope they stop giving Namida these childish roles. But as I said, this isn't necessarily confirmed yet, but I have a very good feeling that this is going to be the episode. Now, episode 97, it sounds very familiar. I'm pretty sure you guys know about it. Shikadai's Decision, the title, it was an episode that we did see before, but it's going to be the title of another episode again, which is episode 97. Now, you guys might think it's actual lazy writing on the part of the writers, but hey, it's an episode. Hopefully it does bring us something very interesting. Now, because I know a lot of you guys don't necessarily like these slice of life episodes, I will be covering some heavy topics on my channel. It's going to be very informational, some very opinion based, and also some theory based, because as I said, a lot of you guys don't want to sit there and watch me ramble on about slice of life, even though I love to talk about how they're interacting with each other, especially the Boruto, Himawari, and Naruto episode. That's going to be a top tier episode in my opinion. In terms of my channel, I have a very long list of videos that I do want to make, especially in terms of the manga, because I know a huge portion of you guys don't like reading manga, and of course I never really liked reading manga. The only reason why I do read manga is because I'm actually reviewing Boruto as a YouTube creator, so I feel like it's kind of my my duty to give you guys the information in the manga. So I will be making deep dives into characters like Kakashi, Koji, into Jigen, into Kawaki, and other characters like that. And of course, other things like, for example, Delta's Eye Dojutsu, and also Kawaki's Curse Mark, and of course the Karma Seal. Now, I'm not going to give you all my video ideas just yet, but again, if you guys do want me to clarify anything that is happening in the manga, or if you guys want me to expound on the theory that you guys have, let me know in the comment section below. But it's been your boy Baara B, and we out. Bye.
It's a knife.
Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm metrosexual, no high cholesterol. Where's Jenny Craig? Bitch, just get sexual.